Hello everyone, I am Veekshitha B V, Assistant Professor, Department of Optometry, Yenepoya School of Allied Health Sciences, Yenepoya deemed to be University. I am presenting the concept Introduction to Lenses. The specific learning objectives. At the end of the session, participants will be able to describe lens and its types, define the lens terminology, list the rules for the formation of image in spherical lenses, explain the image formation for various positions of the object in convex and concave lens, list the applications of lenses, describe the correction of certain eye defects using lenses. To begin with, a lens is an image forming device. It forms an image by refraction of light at its two bounding surfaces. In general, a lens is made of glass and is bounded by two regular curved surfaces or by one spherical surface and one plane surface. Other transparent materials such as quartz, fused silica and plastic are also used in the fabrication of lenses. We generally use the ray concept to understand the behavior of light passing through lenses. Types of lenses. Lenses are mainly of two types, convex lens and concave lens. Convex lens. A convex lens is thicker at the center than at the edges. It is termed as a converging lens since a parallel beam of light incident on the lens after refraction converges at a point F. It is also called a biconvex lens or double convex lens. Concave lens. A concave lens is thinner at the center than at the edges. It is a diverging lens since the parallel rays after refraction through the lens diverge out and appear to come from a point F. It is also termed as a biconcave lens. Within these two categories of lenses, there are other variety of simple lenses. Some of the standard forms are shown here. Converging lenses such as biconvex lens where the bounding surfaces are spherical, plano-convex lens where one of the bounding surface is plane and the other side is convex, concavo-convex lens where the first bounding surface is concave and the second is of convex type. Coming to the diverging lenses, biconcave lens, both the bounding surfaces are spherical, plano-concave lens where one of the bounding surface is plane and the other is concave, convexo-concave lens. In this type, the first bounding surface is convex whereas the other surface is of concave type. The lens terminology. Here we look into certain terms and parameters associated with the lenses. The shaded region in the figure 1 and 2 represent convex lens and concave lens respectively. Generally, a lens is made up of two curved refracting surfaces which is a combination of two spheres. And the center of spheres of which a lens is a part is called as center of curvature represented by the letter C1 and C2. The distance between the center of curvature to the lens surface is termed as radius of curvature. Since a lens has two bounding surfaces, it will have two center of curvature and two radius of curvature. The other terms used in lenses are principal axis. It is a horizontal line joining the two center of curvature across the lens. It is depicted with a red horizontal line in both the figures. Principal focus. It is a point on the principal axis to which the parallel rays after refraction from the lens converge in the case of convex lens and appear to diverge from in the case of concave lens is termed as principal focus represented by the letter capital F. Focal plane. The plane which is perpendicular to the principal axis and passes through the principal focus is termed as focal plane. Next is the optical center O. So every lens has a point on the principal axis to which any ray passing through it goes undeviated from the lens. This point is called as optical center. Next is the focal length, denoted by small f. It is the distance between the principal focus and the optical center of the lens. The same has been explained in the slides. The other parameters used in lenses are object distance, the distance between the position of the object and the optical center of the lens, denoted by the letter U. Image distance, the distance between the position of the image and the optical center of the lens, denoted by the letter V. The power of lens, it is the reciprocal of the focal length of lens. It is measured in diopters. Rules to obtain images in spherical lenses. We generally use geometrical ray tracing concept to determine the formation of image in lenses, for which we need to know certain rules or certain or specific paths followed by certain characteristic rays. In the case of convex lens, the first characteristic ray is the one which comes parallel to the principal axis after refraction passes through the principal focus f2 of the lens, whereas a ray passing through the principal focus f1 after refraction travels parallel to the principal axis. This is depicted in figure 1 and 2 respectively. In the case of concave lens, a ray parallel to the principal axis after refraction appears to diverge from the point f1, whereas a ray appearing to pass through the principal focus f2 after refraction travel parallel to the principal axis. The third ray, called the chief ray, goes through the optical center of the lens and emerges out without deviation in both convex and concave lenses. So using these configurations, we study the image formation in convex lens. Here we look into the formation of image for different positions of the object. The first case is object at infinity. When the object is very far away from the lens, the light rays coming from the object intersect at a point f2, that is the principal focus of the lens, where a real inverted, highly diminished, point-sized image of the object is formed. The next case is object beyond C1. When the object is placed beyond the center of curvature C1, the characteristic rays coming from the object intersect at a point between F2 and C2. This is where a real inverted and a diminished image of the object is formed. Here we can observe that as the object approaches the lens, the image is formed beyond the focus and it is gradually increasing. This kind of configuration is used in cameras and eyeballs. Object at C1. When the object is placed specifically at the center of curvature of the lens, the characteristic rays from the object intersect at a point in C2, that is the center of curvature, and the image formed at this point is real, inverted, and it will be of the same size as object. This configuration is used in photocopiers. The next case is object between C1 and F1. When the object is placed between the center of curvature and focus of the lens, the characteristic rays coming from the object after refraction intersect at a point beyond C2, where a real, inverted and highly enlarged image of the object is formed. Such configurations are used in film projectors. The next case is object at F1. When the object is placed at the focus of the lens, the characteristic rays coming from the object after refraction through the lens do not intersect, and a real inverted image which is infinitely large is formed at infinity. Object between f1 and O. When the object is placed between the focus and the optical center of the lens, the characteristic rays coming from the object go parallel after refraction, go parallel to each other, but they when extended they appear to come from a point where a virtual and erect image of the object is formed, and this image is highly enlarged as compared to the object. This kind of configuration is used in magnifying glasses. The same has been summarized in the table. Next, image formation in concave lens. The first case is object at infinity. When the object is very far from the lens, the parallel rays coming from the object diverge out and when extended appear to come from a point f1, that is the principal focus of the lens, where a virtual, erect and highly diminished image of the object is formed. Object between O and infinity. When the object is placed anywhere between the optical center of the lens and infinity, the characteristic rays coming from the object intersect at a point between f1 and O, where a virtual, erect and diminished image of the object is formed. These configurations are used in certain optical instruments. The same has been summarized in the table. And all these configurations enable the lenses to be used in various fields. The lenses are widely used in optical instruments such as microscopes, telescopes, camera, binoculars, magnifying glasses, projectors, endoscopes and ophthalmic instrument. It is also used in vision correction for eyeglasses, contact lenses and in vision therapy. The lenses are also used in solar cells, lasers, data storage, security and safety, flashlights, etc. We now look into the usage of lenses for the correction of certain eye defects. Some of the commonly occurring eye defects are myopia and hypermetropia. Generally, for a person with normal vision, the rays coming from the object, from any object, after refraction through the lens of the eye, it converges at a point on the retina. It converges at a point on the retina where a clear and sharp image of the object is formed. But for a person with myopic eye, or also termed as nearsightedness, the person is unable to see a farther object because the light rays coming from the faraway object after refracting through the lens converge at a point much before the retina and a blurred image will be formed on the retina. This condition can be corrected by using a concave lens where it diverges the light rays at the lens of the eye and enables the light rays to be converged or focused at exactly on the retina, thus enabling a clear image of the object. Correction of hypermetropia condition. Hypermetropia or hyperopia, also termed as farsightedness. A person suffering from this condition will be unable to look clearly the closer objects because the parallel rays coming from the closer object after passing through the lens of the eye converge at a point beyond the retina. So this condition can be corrected using a convex lens. So the convex lens converges the light rays coming from a closer object at the lens of the eye and enables the light rays to be exactly focused on the retina, thus forming a clear and sharp image of the closer object. So this is how myopia is corrected using concave lens, whereas hypermetropia is corrected using convex lens. Summary: a lens is made up of glass and is bounded by two regular curved surfaces. The two main types of spherical lenses are convex and concave lens. For spherical lenses, the type, orientation, size and location of the image depends on the position of the object. Both convex and concave lenses are widely used in many areas of science, technology, medicine and everyday life. The eye conditions such as myopia can be corrected using concave lens, whereas hypermetropia can be corrected using convex lens. These are the references. Thank you.